Welcome, YouTube, to the Hit or Miss Show. I'm the big dog.
I'm Lucky, y'all.
We got everything we need for today.
We got our beverages.
We got our beverages. I got a cup that says love, because, you know, we're getting the irony behind it. We'll get to that in a second.
We got our Florida State flag.
Florida State flag with our Jason pin and our Michael Myers pin.
Right, and we have my best bud here, the big dog.
Yeah.
Which, as you guys can tell, has lost a lot of weight, and I'm very proud of him.
100 pounds in 5 months.
It's very good. I'm very proud of you, big dog.
Thank you, Lucky.
We'll have to call you skinny dog here soon.
No, I'll always be the big dog. I don't care how skinny I get.
All right. So, topic of today.
Topic of the day. Well, before we get to the topic, let's talk about what we've been up to.
All right. I hired a new maid.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually have a cleaning lady now that cleans our studio.
Her name is Mystery Maid.
She's awesome, though. She's awesome.
She's great.
She puts up with Lucky.
If she talks shit, I won't talk shit back. So you guys get to see how we interact with each other. Best maid ever.
She's gonna smack the shit out of you, dude. But no, what have we been up to? We've been actually talking about our show a lot lately.
Yeah.
And the future that we're doing. I do have a Twitch channel if you ever get a chance. It's Night Shadow 343. I'm on Twitch. I stream just about every day, and right now I'm working on Batman Arkham Knights. It's our sister channel.
Yeah.
For the Hit or Miss Show. And there might even be times where Lucky will be on there as a guest commentator, because I don't have a camera. So he'll just be a commentator with me as a commentator.
I guess so.
Not all the time, I mean, only when...
Good, because, you know, I actually have a life.
I have a life too, I have a life. It's not much of one, but I have one.
Huh?
Screwing the maid?
Hey, you gotta pay her wages somehow, right?
Right. Ask gas or cash.
So-
No one rides for free.
So we talked about this for a while. We talked about doing superhero time month. Yeah, superhero time.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna talk about the superheroes that both we liked and hated, the ones that influenced us. Like, if you ever get a chance, watch our Deadpool review.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good. But we're gonna go into dive deep into like the Batman, the Superman. I've even thought about doing Wonder Woman, the good one, the first one with Gal Gadot. We're gonna talk about the bad ones like Green Lantern.
Yeah, I like Green Lantern. It was a good storyline.
Good storyline, but it was just
Only had really one good actor though.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And then in July we're doing Avengers month, and we're gonna be kicking off July with Captain America.
Yeah.
That's gonna be our 4th of July review. We're gonna actually shoot the video before it, and I'm gonna upload it on 4th of July.
Yeah.
So it's patriotic. And then we're gonna be doing Iron Man 1 and 2, and Thor.
All right.
And then we're gonna do the Avengers movie.
Cool. Choo.
And then while we're doing all that, we're gonna do some stuff in between. But
Like what?
Well, other janky stuff, other bad movies, good movies,
Oh, okay.
other topics. I would love to go into the Saw series, and
You know, we've got to do a product review.
we have yet to do a product review, which we will do one.
I got the perfect thing.
And Lucky's got the perfect thing. But that's a surprise. Unless you want to tell them. Yeah, it'll be a
Keep
surprise.
them on their seats.
Yeah, keep it.
Right,
Oh,
mystery
and
maid?
I want to thank our 9 subscribers for tuning in and watching our show every week, or not every week, but when we have a chance to upload them. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys, really.
Yeah.
We love you guys, and we're gonna get right into this review.
Let's do it. So, topic.
The topic of the day: Batman. Now, this is the Lego Batman movie, which was actually a really good movie for a Lego adaptation of Batman.
Yeah, I mean, like, Batman, his whole character's a little different for the Lego.
Will Arnett plays the voice of Batman in there.
Yeah.
And Will Arnett is one of them actors that most people don't know him until they see him. You know, he also does a show called Lego Masters, but we'll get to that later. No, but Batman. the icon, the man, the myth, the legend, the vigilante of the night, the man who stalks the night, the man who goes out every night and finds the bad guy and brings him to justice.
And likes kids.
He likes
skin-tight outfits. Question mark.
Yeah, and orphans mainly.
Yeah. I could see orphans though, because his mom and dad got shot in that
But,
alley
yeah.
after what was the Mark of Zorro?
Yeah, it was the Mark of Zorro, but depending on which adaptation you're looking at, because there was one where it was Circus Delay, where they had characters dressed up like bats spinning around, and that was the Christopher Nolan Batman series.
I've been listening to a lot of comics about Batman lately.
Yeah, HBO Max actually just got Batman the radio series. It's all commentary, but it's like it would be if you were listening to it on radio.
Right. If you got, it's like if someone got the premium for YouTube and shut off their phone and listened to us.
Yeah, basically, it's like a podcast.
Right.
And
so you can fall in love with our voices because they're so.
Yes, but I've been referred to as the white Morgan Freeman. My voice sounds like milk chocolate in your ears.
Sounds like something. I doubt it's that though.
I'm just fucking with you guys. But seriously though, Batman, now the whole thing about the child and people took it out of proportions. I mean, I get it. The kid lost his family due to a horrific accident. He felt bad for the kid and was taking him under his wing, where a lot of other people thought, something else.
Yeah.
Frankly, think of what you want. I stayed as a father figure to a young ward, who he's had several over the years. But the comics started out in the 40s.
Right, and like he was killing people back then.
Oh yeah.
Like he hung one dude off the bat jet.
Yeah, he was, but then they toned it down because kids.
And he like had every form of transportation. He had a bat train, a bat blimp,
a
bat boat, a bat plane, a bat car.
Matter of fact, there's a joke in the Batman Lego movie where they show like all his gadgets and stuff, and one of the things he has on it, which was a playback to the '60s Batman, was bat shark repellent.
Yeah, right. Gave it to Robin.
Yeah,
Robin's got glasses in this movie too.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's many different Robins. Then they came out with the TV series in the 60s, starting Adam West and Burt Ward as Batman and Robin. And it was a huge success. They had like 300 episodes in 2 years. I mean, that was huge.
It was insane. What was the Joker?
Cesar Romero or something like that. It was like, I think they named the car after him.
Like, they painted his mustache white. Like, you could see his
mustache,
just painted white.
And then later they just had the mustache part of his lipstick later on. But his first appearance, he was just white with big red lips. It was so cool. Then there was time that went by. And Batman was kind of out of the media for a while because the show got canceled, and finally was picked up in the 80s by an unlikely source of Tim Burton, who just got off doing Beetlejuice, and was greenlit the project for Batman, and he did Batman the way Batman should have been done.
He's not the one with the bat nipples, right?
No, that was Joel Schumacher.
Was that the one with Freeze, Dr. Freeze?
Dr. Freeze, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, whatever.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get to that. That's funny. Joel Schumacher almost destroyed the Batman franchise.
Oh, goody.
Oh, yeah. But don't worry, Christopher Nolan saved it.
Yeah, he just came out with a new one. It's like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, the Batman, Christopher Nolan.
I want to watch it, y'all, but I don't have the time to watch a 3-hour movie.
Christopher Nolan also did, if I believe, he did Doctor Strange in the Multiverse. But anyways, so 89 Batman came out. It was a huge hit. Everybody loved it. I still love it today. Matter of fact, if you watched it today, it still holds up.
Yeah.
As one of the best Batman movies. You ask anybody who's your favorite Batman, they're automatically going to say Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, Batman Returns comes out. Mixed. They had great reviews, but they fired Tim Burton right after actually they fired him right at the beginning of filming or production of Batman Forever because of the way it was gritty. Because he made it even grittier in Batman Returns. Because he wasn't making it for kids, he was making it for adults.
Right.
And McDonald's actually threatened to pull licensing from their toy line from Batman Forever if they kept Tim Burton on.
Yeah.
But Batman, he had an array of villains. He had so much adventure, so many crossovers between.
Who's your favorite villain, homie?
Well, this is going to be hit with a lot of controversy, but I would have to say the best Batman villain of all time is Batman himself.
Yeah, I like the Joker.
No, Joker's great, but the reason why I say Batman himself as his own villain is because of his code.
Yeah, they can't kill anyone, so like when he puts someone away, they break out and they kill more people. It's like one person versus 1,000.
Which makes him his own worst villain. Now, what was your favorite thing about Batman?
The fact that he didn't have any superhero. He didn't have any superpowers. He was just rich and smart.
Just rich and smart, and then he also had a R&D guy help design his gadgets, Lucius Fox.
Right.
And which they never introduced him until the Christopher Nolan series. Batman Forever had Val Kilmer as Batman, which he did okay. I mean, with the cowl on and everything, he kind of looked like Michael Keaton from a distance, and that's how they shot it. They always shot him pretty much at a distance or at an angle that it didn't look like Val Kilmer, except for when he was Bruce Wayne.
Right.
But that's only because Michael Keaton, when they heard about Tim Burton, Michael Keaton's like, I'm out. And then Batman and Robin came out a few years later with George Clooney as Batman.
Oh yeah, man.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen George Clooney. He can act. He can act when he wants to. I mean, he did great in the Ocean's movies. But then again, he was also one part of the Ocean's movies that they tried to make him a mainliner in Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And he just got off doing ER. He was not a mainliner yet. That's why they hired Arnold Schwarzenegger to be Mr. Freeze. And this was during the time when he was getting out of acting and getting into politics. And he did some bombs around this time just because he was on his way out.
Man.
But anyways, Joel Schumacher was the one that took over for Forever and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
He introduced us to bat nipples.
And a bat credit card.
And a bat credit card. You know when it expires?
Forever. It expires forever.
And the line in the movie was, never leave the Batcave without it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is all that was an ad for Discover.
Yeah.
Not even MasterCard. They couldn't even get MasterCard to foot the bill on that one. They had to get a Discover card.
Or Visa.
Or Visa, yeah. But in all seriousness, no. And they also had Batwoman, or Batgirl, Batgirl, which, if we all know the story, Batgirl is supposed to be Commissioner Gordon's daughter.
Right, not Alfred's
niece.
Who,
is so British.
The Batcave's known for its security. She hacked it in like 5 minutes with 3 tries.
She still did it better than what Robin got into it in there. He crashed through a china cabinet.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Robin in the Joel Schumacher universe. They were actually originally going to introduce Robin in Batman Returns, believe it or not, and it wasn't even going to be Chris O'Donnell. It was going to be Marlon Wayans. It was going to be a African American Robin, but Marlon Wayans was working on a project with his cousin at the time, or his brother Damon Wayne, which we all know what came with that, Blank Man. Even though he wasn't in the movie, he helped work on sets and
right.
But then they changed it to Chris O'Donnell. Now, Chris O'Donnell at the time was in his mid-20s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, his parents died and they turned him over to Bruce because Bruce would take full responsibility for him. The man's 25 fucking years old.
Yeah.
Trying to play a kid that's under 18.
Yeah.
Which they say they had to put so much makeup on there to keep him looking young. Like, it got to the point where he was doing a stunt, and there was one day where they were working on set and the air conditioning broke, and they had to keep reapplying his makeup because it kept melting off of him because they wanted to keep him, young. But in all fairness, though,
dead air.
Oh, well, you could have said something.
Could have, but I'm too damn lazy.
But Batman was the icon. Now, we had the bat nipples, we had the bat ass, we had later on the bat vagina. Which, when they show Batgirl suiting up, they show her air bits. Believe it or not, though, the Batgirl suit did not have nipples. Joel Schumacher, are you trying to tell us something? Just saying. You were fascinated with nipples on men. Just saying. Now, we fast forward the clock a few years, and Christopher Nolan came around. A brilliant man.
Speaking of the new movies, the third of the new ones, I think it was, the one when they introduced Bane, it's a shame it got a bad rap because of that case.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that affected it more than the one with the Joker with Heath Ledger.
Yeah, well, Heath Ledger, oh my gosh, you want to talk about a great Joker.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was a method actor.
And he took Joker to a whole new level. Like,
unfortunately, he went too far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and the Joker that Heath Ledger played was the true crown prince of crime.
Yeah.
Because in Suicide Squad, that Joker just was a thug. Tattooed, walking around like he's got shit in his pants.
Yeah, I didn't really like that version of Joker that much.
But he was all. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bane. That's another thing about Bane too. When they shot that movie, they did a voiceover for Bane.
Yeah.
They recorded the voice and it was playing through the mask. Because the guy tried talking with the mask on and it was mumbled.
Yeah.
So the theatrical release was the mumbling Bane. And when they released it on home DVD, they fixed that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that's why there for a while there was memes out there with people going, "What? We can't understand you," with Bane standing there. But yeah, Heath Ledger took that Joker to a new level, and they had Anne Hathaway as Selena Kyle, Catwoman, even though she was never introduced in the movie as Catwoman. She was just a cat burglar.
Right.
Some of the big names that we had today played Batman villains. Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones.
The chick from Kill Bill.
The chick, Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman. And then they had Michelle Pfeiffer played Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
And Eartha Kitt played the one from the TV series.
Yeah.
But the movies also spawned TV series like Batman the Animated Series and Batman, The New Adventures of Batman.
Dude, I love Batman the Animated Series.
Oh my god, that was so phenomenally done.
I still watch it to this day.
I mean, you looking at it, for something that was made for TV, you would think that the animation would be that great, but all of that was hand-drawn perfection. I mean,
yeah, it was pretty tight.
Yeah. For something on a TV show budget.
Mm-hmm.
But in all seriousness, no. Batman, whether you like him or hate him or both, or if you like his movies, unfortunately, I'd say there's always something in each one of his movies that...
Hold up, let's get a third opinion. Mystery Maid, what do you think?
I wasn't listening.
You like Batman?
Yeah.
Okay, she likes Batman.
We all like Batman. We all agree Batman is in our hit
3
list.
thumbs up, y'all.
We all agree Batman is in our hit list.
Yeah.
Even though they've done some questionable things with Batman, like having Ben Affleck play him.
Well, I have a
And
theory.
George
Theory about superhero movies. We'll get into it later.
If you want a franchise to die,
just saying. Anywho, this has been the Hit or Miss Show. I'm lucky, y'all.
I'm the big dog. Tune in next week when we're talking about Superman.
Good night, y'all. That's it.
We're still alive.
No, we're not. See, it's not moving.
No, it's still moving.
It is. I can edit that out.